And I was worried for this episode because it said the Enterprise goes back 65 million years into the period of the dinosaurs. I'm like, oh, Jesus. Mm-hmm. But wow, was this a good episode.
I think he was also wrangling with the fact that he's kind of Jesus.
Hey, this episode, it's actually the reason humanity exists.
Yeah.
Within Zephyr Cochrane's lifespan.
Yeah.
It was 2063. So we're
He's
talking like
the farmer from Babe. He invented warp trap.
The
actor.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That'll do, pig.
Which is what he said as he patted the ship.
That'll do, pig.
The premiere of Season 4 of Star Trek Strange New Worlds is now available over on Paramount Plus for your viewing, so we're going to talk about it. This is Eat, Sleep, Nerd, a show where you can check out, go AFK, and relax with us as we discuss all things nerd. And in this episode, we are reviewing that debut episode for Season 4 of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. We're going to be talking about some spoilers. We're going to be giving it our Eat, Sleep, Nerd review score, and we're just going to have a nice, fun talk about this new season. So let's get right into it. I'm Corey Winter. Joining me here, we have my wife, Cynthia Winter.
Yo.
We have my brother, Josh Winter.
Engage.
And we have our nerdy friend, Chases.
Hello.
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 Okay. I'll be joining you guys in a second, but I do want to just start off with overall feelings, and I want to get your scores. Have you guys thought about your scores? We just watched this together.
No.
Yes.
So fresh in your minds.
All right.
Fresh in your minds. Is
this out of 5?
It's always out of 5.
I'm
out of five.
asking for the audience.
You're not.
So
Just because the audience goes, 5 is such a stupid idea.
I mean, also correct. But
It's
Our
not.
audience.
they call us out. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's a
I'm
two-way
calling them
street.
out. Right.
So I do want to caution you. It's going to be hard to not talk about spoilers, so we're just going to say spoilers are all in.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, how can you not? So,
Right.
it was an episode.
yeah.
There's
Moving
your
on.
Spoiler-free review.
Yeah. All right.
They were in space.
Josh, you never
Yes.
get to do this. Do you want to give us the big summary of what this episode 1 of season 4 is all about?
Spoilery?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's harder when you have to
Yes.
avoid spoilers. So
Quick as possible.
go for it.
As quick as
30
possible.
30-second summary.
All right. April comes on board the ship. Love April. Great guy. And comes on and says, hey, I got a mission for you. And they're like, okay, because Pike's all sad all the time because his chick died. And so Pike's just like, yeah, okay, we'll do the mission. And so April's just like, you want to know what it is? And he's like, I don't know. And they don't tell us right away. It's fine. So then they go out and it's an exploding something in space. That's all that matters. It's exploding something in space. Something about particles and waves and stuff. And it's a really big one. And so they're like, wow, okay, we're going to get close enough to see it, but not close enough to like end up in any trouble. Spoiler alert. So they're standing close, but not too close. And they get like a distress beacon. They're like, oh man, I guess we're going to do the thing we said we weren't going to do. And so they go into it and end up back in time.
How far back in time, Josh?
About 65 million years ago. It's oddly specific.
What quadrant are we in?
This quadrant.
What solar system are we in?
This one.
Ooh.
An adventure 65 million years in the making.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Bum,
trademark.
bum, bum, bum.
Jurassic Park.
No, but seriously,
Yeah,
it's
trademarked.
I'm
Yeah.
offended.
That is the...
that is the setup.
I'm
Like that is what happens. And it sounds stupid. And it is, but like in the good Star Trek kind of way.
Yeah, most
So,
Star Trek episodes
Sound stupid if you
describe
like try to tell
That's
someone what
sci-fi.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, that's literally what happened.
Well, all right. So let's start with scores, then we'll get into the actual proper discussion. Who wants to go first?
Not me, because I have not thought about a score yet.
Well, okay. Don't let them...
There's only 5
I won't
numbers.
let them in.
All right.
I've
I'll
got
start.
one in mind.
I'll start. 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. I
I-
loved it.
I
love it.
mirror your reaction. Yes.
Yeah.
I said I mirror your reaction.
So you're a
Absolute
5 as
5
well?
out of 5. Yeah.
I triangulate your reactions.
Fantastic. Are we going to close the quadrant or are you going to be a fuddy-duddy?
4.9.
Oh,
Wow.
For one
Effective
very
5.
specific reason.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Want to save that for? Okay.
Sure, I'll save it.
All right. So,
Because you're going to hate it so much.
What is Star Trek if not having little nitpicks?
Yeah.
So,
It's so stupid.
Okay. So we do average all of our individual scores together to give us the overall Eat Sleep Nerd score. We're just going to call it a 5.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that.
No, what's the point? What is it?
4.98. So
It's 5.
it's a 5.
I'm okay with it. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I just have to be that person.
All right.
Yeah,
Moves.
probably.
Wipe.
Okay.
All right.
See?
So this is so it doesn't fit anymore.
Oh.
All right. So where do we want? So big feelings.
Big feeling. Can I start?
Yeah. Star Trek is back.
I loved this episode. It
Yeah.
felt the most Star Trek
It did.
of the most of most of the newest Star Treks that I've been watching.
Yeah.
It was mostly dialogue. It was mostly philosophy and philosophical ramifications. You had a big energy cloud, which is Star Trek.
That's as Star
Yeah,
Trek
right,
as it gets.
right.
Yes.
and
I think there was some interference in
yeah,
there.
it was some interference, right?
Like that.
I mean, it was like classic Star Trek, and I sat there, and I as you said, when you look at the synopsis, it looks stupid, and I was worried for this episode because it
I
said
was too.
the Enterprise goes back 65 million years into the period of the dinosaurs. I'm like, oh Jesus!
Mhm.
But wow, was this a good episode?
But see,
It was strong.
yeah. So that summary does not do it justice because it's not about the dinosaurs.
It's not.
No.
It's not. It's not. It's about
really, it's about Mars.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of it's about Mars and it's about the Federation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what is the Federation? Why is it so important?
But yeah, no. To your point, there was very little pretty much no action aside from like a couple of phaser shots with the dinosaurs.
Punching a dinosaur in
It
the
was all
face.
just it was all just talking.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like there were some explosions and stuff like that, like, planets exploding. But yeah, for the most part, it was just talking, which was nice because it was enthralling.
It was.
It kept you engaged.
It's peak Trek.
No, it reminded me of the first season. Like it's I feel like this little gap between 3 and 4 was just enough time for them to really just take a second and figure out what they wanted to do. Because I feel like 3 built on 2 so much as far as the seasons went.
They were very connected.
They were kind of locked in.
Mhm.
And I mean, that's fine. Obviously, there's a lot of shows that do that just fine. But the thing that made Strange New Worlds so charming that first season was how episodic it was.
Mhm.
And as amazing as this episode is, and it is, like, very much so, if you missed this episode, you wouldn't be behind if you jumped in on the next one. It's
Nope.
going back to being episodic.
Or vice versa if you missed all of last season.
Yeah, I missed most of last
we
season.
caught him up. Don't worry.
Yeah, we got him
Yeah.
up. But
There was a YouTube video.
yeah, you could have.
Um,
You could have jumped right in, maybe not knowing the characters and like their history. With, Shay mentioned that Pike was a widower, and so obviously you don't have that context. But aside from stuff like that, like you could jump right into this episode and have no problems keeping up.
No.
Mhm.
And like it's great. So yeah, no, there was not a single point of this episode where I wanted to check my phone.
Yeah.
Like I was glued. I was in. And like you said, it wasn't spectacle that was driving it. It was actual discussion and story. And that's where Trek is Trekkiest.
Well, I was going to say, in that discussion had moral weight to it.
Because like everyone involved, it was good Trek because everyone who was involved had a good point. There was no one clearly wrong
Yeah.
Yeah, like even I kept waiting for the bad guy
to
be
be
the
a
bad
genuine
guy.
bad guy.
But
Yeah.
they never
it was
were.
just two good people trying to find a way to get along and
Yeah.
to
And save
help their people.
Their worlds.
Their strange new world.
They did the thing like 3 times.
Yeah, they said
did.
it at least twice.
Yeah.
But you
If
know what?
not,
I was
they said-
okay with it.
Yeah.
It was fine.
Yeah.
It was organic enough.
So I do want you to mention your positives, but you did have a
Yeah, what was the
pretty
point
negative.
one?
So
You're gonna be so mad.
yeah, probably.
Do you want the point 1 first?
Well,
Yeah,
whatever-
I want to know the
makes you
point
feel
one.
good.
The point 1 is because when they first got to the planet's surface, which, spoiler alert, is Earth 65 million years ago, I was like, man, the animated background looks so bad, but I'm not going to let it take me out. Hold on. But I'm not going to let it take me out because, like, it's not about that. And it's Trek. And, like, they've put money elsewhere and it's okay. And then it just got worse and it never got better to the point where anytime they were standing with, like, the blurred out trees in the background, I was like, are they animated or are they plastic? Because it's so bad I can't tell. That was my point 1. It's so trivial and
Do you-
it does not matter, but it did
So-
take me out multiple times.
Out of curiosity, Do you want the answer to your question? Because I know it.
Sure.
They film on a volume.
It's that huge screen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that wraps all the way around.
Well,
Most of it's probably replaced in post because
Well,
apparently that's what they do. But
yeah.
like they do that as a point of reference for the actors.
Yeah, so the actors,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
just a green screen. Yeah, but so I had the same thought.
Yeah,
But I
parts
also-
on Earth were
I try not to, especially for Star Trek, try not to let that bring my score down just because Star Trek has a whole history of that being kind of like the charm of it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But also, that is definitely the worst that Strange New World has ever looked.
And that is exactly why I took away the 0.1. Because, like, would I take away a point for bad graphics in this show typically? No. But it has looked so much better. And
Yeah.
even other parts of this episode
See, that's what I was going to
looked
say.
so much better that I was like, why did they just not, like, throw a little bit
like
more?
the horse riding scene that opened it up.
Yeah, the
No,
opening
that's where the
scene.
rest of the money
Corey
went.
even said that was how did they film that?
Because yeah, I was thinking it has to be in a volume to have the horses and everything, but like, how are they also filming the horses like moving down some kind
Yeah,
of
moving
path?
through it. Yeah,
They can't run through the screens. Like, how are they filming that?
They
So-
were all very short scenes that were all cut
Mhm.
to a very
there
similar
was
scene.
a long shot.
Not
on
as
the
long as you're
horses.
thinking.
or
What I was
Or-
noticing was every single time that they cut it, the horses would be very slightly in a different position because they're horses. They're animals. You
Well,
can't put
I
them.
remember
in the
there
same
being
place.
that one long shot where they're behind the horses. It's all three of them running towards
the
something.
horizon.
The end of that
Yeah.
scene.
Wasn't
Like,
that in
yeah, it was
slow
towards
mo?
the end.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Anyway, what were you gonna say?
I was going to say, I think maybe for some of those bigger shots, it was just all digital.
Maybe.
It was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it
was
looked
great.
good.
Point
man.
is-
yeah.
The opening of the episode looked amazing, and the part where they nuked Soul 5
Yeah.
looked amazing.
Maybe all the
Yeah.
budget for this episode went to blowing up.
It
Yeah,
did.
they put it into the end caps.
I need to give my disclaimer. This episode for me was also a 5 out of 5. I'm just being that person because of that moment.
I mean, if it takes you out of this of the story, it takes
More
you
than
out.
once.
I mean,
is
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah, you have to call it. I
Like
mean,
2 or 3 times, and I was like,
the thing that took me out early on was me questioning the science.
atmosphere.
Yeah, I was questioning the science of what they did. Was if they landed 65 million years in the past and they just stepped out of the shuttle, could they
Would
breathe?
die?
Right, would they die? Because I'm
You
like,
looked it
there's-
up.
I did look it up.
And
You absolutely could, according to science.
so once again, Trek nails the science.
Trek
Of course
nails
they
it.
did.
Right.
Well, also, I love how, with everything that's going on, obviously they fall back in time 65 million years ago, and just all the domino effect. Like, you find out towards the end of the episode that they had to let the Martians steal their stuff to blow up the other planet, the 5th planet, and everything. I love how all of it was explained to come to where we are today. Like, they explained why that 5th planet is no longer there. They explained why Mars is the
way
red
it
planet
is.
now. They
Yeah.
explained the asteroid belt. They explained how the asteroid hit Earth and got rid of all the dinosaurs. I love how all of that kind of came together.
Yeah.
And it was all
Probably-
the press's fault.
Yeah.
Probably some timeline issues with that in real life, but
Yeah,
it was neat enough that it was enjoyable.
It was really cool.
And no, like it was just good.
Yeah.
It was just a good episode. It was
It,
so good.
it was really solid, and most of the characters, the main characters that we're seeing here on the screen behind Corey, everybody got their moment in this episode.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
had a moment.
We haven't seen Kirk yet.
We did see Kirk. Oh no,
No,
I'm
no,
sorry,
no.
the wrong
Yeah.
Kirk. Sorry,
Yeah, wrong Kirk.
Sorry,
Other
George
Kirk.
Kirk.
The other
Yes,
Kirk.
yes, yeah, wrong Kirk.
The Kirk
the other
that everyone
Kirk, yeah.
forgot existed
Yeah.
until this show.
Yeah,
came
George
out.
Kirk was
Yes.
there. But everybody had their moments. So it was good to see everybody. They didn't show Nurse Chapel till about, I guess, halfway through the episode. I'm like, oh, there she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was there
Yeah,
for a
she
good
was.
bit.
Yeah. So, I love the fact that Lieutenant Noonien Singh got to punch a raptor.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was, and that was,
10 out
and
of
see,
10.
that was a character growth for her because she wanted to shoot him,
Mhm.
and her first instinct is to shoot,
Yes.
and she punched,
Mhm.
and so that was like, I think that was a good character moment for her.
So speaking of Nini and Singh,
Yeah.
I was actually going to ask you guys. So this, Josh, you mentioned it kind of felt like a standalone episode. I was kind of wondering how this is going to set up other things throughout the season, but there were kind of like little sprinkles of things that could happen.
And hers
Noon-
is a little sprinkle that I feel like will be a much bigger thing.
Yeah,
with the way
hers,
they
it
did
was just a single scene actually coming off the Velociraptor. She
Mhm.
punched the Velociraptor, broke her hand. she's talking to the Nurse
Mbenga.
Chapel and Mbenga about not feeling that anymore because of her, what is it, mutated?
Her genetic
Re-engineered
augmentation.
gene.
She's a descendant of Khan, and because of that, she is genetically altered. She's a superhuman, or at least partly.
But see, like that was season 1, wasn't
Mhm.
it?
Yeah.
The last time we really talked about it was season 1.
Yeah.
Maybe season.
Maybe early season 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's been a
Honestly, I forgot. Like I didn't understand why they were talking about all that until you mentioned Khan while we were watching. I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
she's a
that's a thing.
descendant
Yeah,
of Khan.
for a second,
Yeah,
I was thinking, I thought Una was the one with like the
right. Yeah, and I'm like, what?
what am I? You know what I'm looking for. But then I was like, what's going on? And you went, oh yeah, Khan. I was like, oh, yeah,
genetically
Khan.
augmented. Yes. Yeah.
Wasn't there also a time travel episode where she found out?
Well, it's not when she found out. I mean, she's always known.
Oh, she's always
Noonien
But she
Singh is.
met him as a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she
Mhm.
went back in time. That's when she fell in love with Kirk.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But not that Kirk. Different Kirk.
Different timeline.
But also that Kirk.
Yes.
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 Wibbly wobbly timeline.
Star Trek.
other things that kind of like tied into stuff. Obviously, Pike is reeling from losing. I always
His
Patel.
main squeeze.
Patel.
Yes.
Obviously, this episode has a lot of foreshadowing and overarching themes about him dealing with his future. So his character thing is still happening there.
Right. And just to quickly point out, his future is that he dies, or he gets
He gets-
I was
horribly
gonna say,
disfigured and
He
damaged.
may have preferred to die. Yeah.
Within the next 5 to 7 years on the timeline.
That was
they-
when it started. So
Yeah.
he's getting
They
close.
mentioned the timeline in this episode. I don't know where.
No,
No.
we don't know how
No.
close we are
Right.
to that event yet.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Suspicious.
That is suspicious.
Who is the new?
Well, I mean, we know it's in season
Vulcan?
5.
Well, no, yeah, but we just don't know
Yeah.
how close we are.
Who
now.
is Uhura's new
Yeah, we had the,
Hang
we had the
on.
new Vulcan.
Vulcan.
sensors?
Vulcan recruit or academy cadet.
Cadet Ashab, played by Bianca Nugara.
Did they
Sure.
even say her name?
I
They
think
had to
initially.
Before they met her.
once.
I think they mentioned it in the elevator.
Yeah.
Is that a character we know from past series? Is
Let's
she-
check. I don't.
I don't think so,
Not that I'm
But-
intimately familiar with.
but I don't know for sure.
Certainly not a main character from TOS.
I'm just curious why
Like
she would.
Spock was the only real Vulcan on the.
I'm just curious why she would show up all of a sudden because
Mhm.
like she didn't really have a role in this episode.
That's why I'm mentioning it because
Yeah.
like they wouldn't just throw her in for one episode.
I'm sure she's going to be a recurring character for this season. Now, what happens to her at the end, I don't know.
Hmm.
But again, if she is on TOS, which TOS is the one I've watched the least of, aside from my favorite episodes.
No.
So I mean, there may be someone in the comments who's just like, actually, she was in episodes, blah 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 blah. And if you know that, that's awesome.
Yeah. well, that's not-
But she's not a major recurring character, at least in
Yeah.
TOS. So if she doesn't die horribly, then I assume she either quits Starfleet or is assigned to a different
Okay.
ship after her
What you got?
internship.
A quick look on the Googles. She is unique to this episode so far.
Cool.
So I wonder if she's going to kind of be there to eventually be the person that's killed off this season. That
The
we're supposed to call
sacrifice?
them.
Yeah.
the sacrifice.
Right around the time
Well-
we really, really like her.
Well, she's
Yeah.
also a cadet, which means she'll probably get reassigned.
So that's what I'm
if not
saying.
killed
Like,
off.
after her rotation on the Enterprise is done, theoretically she would.
But they
Be
set it up
assigned elsewhere.
as it's going to be a long year
Yeah.
with her on the ship. We'll
Yeah.
see.
So fish out of water character with her,
Mhm.
Which is always good for the audience. Helps with the explanation without being bulky narratives.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because they have to tell her what's going on.
Right. So
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
I love there were a couple things to me that stood out as poignant momentary pieces of enjoyment for me in this. One was we talked about Carol Kane's character. I can't remember her name. When they were talking about
Pelia?
Pelia.
Pelia, yeah, when she made the Doctor Who reference. I
Yeah.
think it's a Doctor Who reference
It
where
is.
they
Yeah.
did some
It's-
timey-wimey stuff. They didn't say timey-wimey in this episode, but she said, "Oh, I've
Think of-
experienced something like this before," and it was in a phone box.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
And then Pike goes.
yeah. And I'm like, is that a Doctor Who reference?
Tits.
yeah, it is.
And then
Also, why?
but why
It's the
not?
second time they've done it,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, they've made a Doctor
mean,
Who
it's just
reference
a
before.
nod.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's
Rest
It's there for the
Doctor
people
Who.
that get
it's-
it. And it
yeah,
doesn't
rest
matter
in
it's a
to me.
peace,
respect
Doctor.
thing. It's a respect thing. The second one was the second sci-fi moment was the reference
I think
to
this entire thing was a sci-fi moment.
no. There's two. There's two, and then there's one. There's gonna be anyway. And then okay, Star Trek. Okay, sorry. Sci-fi nod. Sorry. To other IPs. The other one was
Jurassic
to the
Park was a pretty big
well, I mean that was a big yeah.
Let the man finish his
sorry.
thoughts.
He always interrupts me.
That's true. Fair. Was the nod to Edgar Rice Burroughs' A Princess of Mars, which I actually did think about earlier in the episode. Was like, oh, this is kind of like John Carter, kind of like a John Carter of Mars type thing. And then they actually directly referenced the book later on in the towards the end of the episode, which I thought was really cool. And then finally, we never get insight about the translator device from the other side of like the aliens translating and what they experience. And there was and Captain Pike is talking about losing people under his command, and apparently, according to the tone in which he mentioned it, it conveyed directly to the visiting alien that he was specifically thinking about his recent loss of Patel.
Yeah.
And so she picked, and because of the intonation of what he was saying, the translator translated to her that he was a widow.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I just loved that. It was like a little bit of Star Trek poetry.
Yeah.
And I loved that so much. And so she was like, I'm sorry for your loss. And he's like, what do you mean? And she goes, based off of the intonation, because we have like 10 words for being alone, you just lost your loved one. And you're like, oh, that's really cool that they did that.
That was a cool moment.
Yeah.
It's like if you missed the last season or didn't know about it, or you just jumped in and saw this one episode,
so hard.
or just jumped in on this one episode, you'd be like, that's weird. I don't understand what's going on, but you'd get enough context out of it.
Yeah.
It was neat.
So
Pike is sad.
Yeah, he's sad.
That's the point.
he's grieving. He's grieving.
Continuing the Pike discussion, so Commodore, okay, so I'm kind of confused with all of the military ranks and stuff. I've never been good at them. So he's being offered the Commodore promotion.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
At the end of this episode, he's like, "Oh, I don't really want it. I want to stay on Enterprise, but I do know someone that does need a promotion." So they promote
Number
Una
one.
to, I guess, commander.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Which again,
Well, how does
I didn't know she was not already a commander. I would have thought it's like, well, isn't Spock also a lieutenant in this point in the show? He's Lieutenant Spock, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's not number one. She is. So she should. My guess is she should have been.
So are there just no commanders on the ship?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm curious about.
Yeah.
Like, how at this point is commander different than what they're already ranked as?
So okay, so you're
Yeah.
yeah. So
You'll get there.
So officer ranks aboard a ship.
Yeah.
Not talking about crew members. Officer ranks. Ensign, junior lieutenant, lieutenant, lieutenant commander, commander, captain. And his promotion to Commodore is interesting because they haven't gone into it too much in the TOS timeline, but in the TNG timeline, it's very much a kind of an honorary title.
They called it a stepping stone.
Yeah.
Specifically in the episode.
Isn't
because
that what he becomes when he leaves the Enterprise and gets injured?
I don't remember. But most of the time, if you're going to stay active in fleet deployment, you skip that rank and go to being a rear admiral. Commodore is usually someone who does a lot of paperwork or public relations, or it's a more administrative role. And so, I mean, I think that ties in well that he would turn that down. Plus, also, if he became a Commodore, he wouldn't be there to fulfill his destiny aboard the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he becomes a fleet captain, and then in an alternate universe, he eventually becomes admiral. But I guess at no point does he become a commander or a Commodore.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So the only Commodore that I can think of as like a main character is Geordi LaForge as a Commodore in season 3 of Picard. But even then, he's not involved in regular fleet maneuvers. He essentially runs a museum. where they house all the old ships, which is how they end up bringing back the Enterprise D for one last hurrah in the season finale of Picard. So yeah, it was interesting. I like that they brought up the Commodore. I think that's neat, and I think that would be an interesting thing for them to try to get Pike to do, because at this point he would very much be an incredibly popular captain, and he's kind of who you would want as the poster boy for Starfleet.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm just curious why they brought it up.
Well, doesn't April know about his future? Like, didn't he get read in on
I
that?
believe so, right?
So like
I don't know.
I mean, it's unfair to just not treat Captain Pike with the,
I think he
respect
also
earns,
like he
though.
knows.
I think he also knows
the-
that like Pike's future is more or less set.
Yeah. So like, what's the point of offering him the promotion? What are you looking up over there?
I'm looking at Commodores in Star Trek, and it looks like Geordi's the only one in Star Trek. The Commodore rank is one of many naval terms adopted by Starfleet over the years, and Geordi is the first regular Trek character to be given the rank. Oh, the first regular Trek. Okay.
Yeah. Like there was season 1 of Picard, one of the duplicitous Romulan Starfleet officers was a Commodore. I remember that. But again, she worked a desk job. So anyway.
Such a good episode. I really like this one. There were times when when I was just sitting there during this episode, I'm like going, this is Trek. We're back. Like, I hope the rest of the season is like this.
Same.
It's so good. Don't miss this one. Yeah. You don't need to catch up.
If you, I was gonna say,
on the other stuff.
Like if season 3 threw you off a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, it did me. Like it was never bad, but I didn't feel compelled to keep watching it.
There were a couple of bad episodes.
Yeah.
There were a couple of really bad episodes.
And given a lot of the interviews that I've seen and read, they were aware of that. They're aware that it was not very as well received as the other two. And holy cow, maybe they got it right. And they actually took those criticisms to heart, but in a good way.
Makes you wish there were more than just 2 seasons left.
Really 1.5. That 5th season's truncated, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
It's 6 episodes, isn't it?
Yeah. So we got like 15 more adventures with Pike and the crew.
Well,
damn.
I don't like that.
Now, there was a point in the episode where my inner Star Trek nerd was coming out, and more than this. I
was gonna say.
So
you're on a show about Star Trek.
So the there's a point where what are the aliens called? I keep forgetting. They're Martians. Never mind. The Martians.
Yeah.
The Martians. Yeah. Sorry, they're from Mars. The Martians are talking about this great gaping hole that their enemy created on Mars. Yes. Which is the title of the
not their phraseology.
Yeah, which is the title of this episode is what they've called it.
Gaping holes.
Google that one. Tell us what you find.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
And she asked, she goes, do you know what it's like to experience something like this and lose millions of your people? And the answer was yes. In Star Trek Enterprise, the Xindi actually tear a hole through Florida and kill like 6 million people. And so this is not part of an alternative timeline. This happened in Star Trek. And so Pike should have said, yes, we have experienced this. So I wonder if they just didn't think it was worth mentioning, or because that would have been something that they could have bonded over. And the Xindi, particularly the ones that did this, there were an insect-like race, or part of them were.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious if there's like the timeline, like it hasn't happened in Pike's timeline yet.
No,
Enterprise was before this time.
So far, Enterprise is the earliest in the timeline.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So Enterprise is still like, I would say, within Zephyr Cochrane's lifespan. Yeah.
Okay.
Corey doesn't know who Zephyr
think,
Cochrane is. It's
okay.
he invented warp travel.
So warp travel was 2063. So we're talking like
the farmer from Babe. That's who did it. He invented warp travel.
The actor.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're talking. So Enterprise is in the 2100s.
Okay.
So that's when. Anyway.
That's a weird crossover.
Yeah, right. That'll do, pig.
Which is what he said as he patted the ship.
That'll do, pig.
Got translated wrong as engage, but
Turns out he had the most iconic "let's go to warp" phrase. That'll do, pig.
Oh, that's the cold one.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Anyway,
You made a good episode.
It's
Good
a great episode.
Yeah.
I'm glad that in the middle of it, I didn't open my mouth and say, I wonder if this is going to cause the asteroid that kills the dinosaurs. Because I was like opening my mouth to say it, and I was like, nah, I'm just not going to say it.
It was,
And then I
little,
have
it was the little
Like,
chef's kiss right at the end.
It was so good.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Well, that's the cool thing about this episode, and we could talk about apparently a 45-minute episode for hours, but I think that's how you know it was a good episode, is that at multiple times in this episode, most of us, if not all of us, were like, oh, that was so cool, or oh man, or like they kept doing cool stuff.
Yeah.
And
And it paid
genuinely fun moments.
Yeah.
Like, at no point did it seem Marvel-ish, where
Yeah.
everything was quippy and a pun.
Not earned.
Yeah.
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 No, like they just legitimately said funny things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wasn't just a look how cool I am funny. It's like that was funny. That made me laugh.
Yeah.
Like, it was actual comedy. So yeah, good times.
I also think it was kind of a ballsy move. I mean, it's Star Trek, so like they do this, but kind of a move to open up a season and just have a whole episode where all of a sudden you're like, hey, this episode, it's actually the reason humanity exists.
Yeah. Dinosaurs.
They just like
Yeah.
peppered that in there. It was
Right.
like, this happened the way it was supposed to and the way it always had. You were here and that's the reason it happened. But also, if something had changed, had you even been able to change it? Could we have changed it? We don't know, because it always happened this way. Humanity just wouldn't have existed.
Yeah.
Period.
Tied into that, we had to watch Captain Pike just let a planet get destroyed, which was
A planet and
Because he had an epiphany
Yeah.
that it was the right
Yeah.
thing to do.
a hunch.
Yeah.
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 which he struggled with later in the episode.
He did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He did. I think he was also wrangling with the fact that he's kind of Jesus.
On that note. Any final thoughts?
Life finds a
Finds a
way.
way.
Yes. All right. So, thank you for tuning in. If you have not already, please subscribe to this YouTube channel, youtube.com/@EatSleepNerd. Leave a like in this video. Please leave some comments down below. Let us know if you watched this episode of Strange New Worlds already. Let us know your thoughts. Spoilers are totally welcome. Let us know if you've been watching along and what you've been thinking about this show so far. Please share us with your friends and family over on social media. That goes a long way into supporting this channel. Also, we just recently posted another video on our channel about how Star Trek might be broken, and if you agree with us, how we might fix it. So that one's starting to gain some traction. We'd like your reviews over there, and let us know your thoughts on how to fix the potentially broken Star Trek franchise in those comments down on that video over there. We'll post that link to that video up there and in the comments down below. Then any final thoughts? Any final thoughts? Star Trek. We're not going
It's
to
just good track.
we're not going to commit to a whole season of reviews for this one, mostly because next week we're watching Spider-Man. But we'll see if we can tune back in at some point and talk about
I
some
have
more.
a final thought.
Okay.
Dinosaur.
Yeah. So
That's funny.
stay tuned. We talk about Star Trek all the time in this show, so please come back and check out some more of our Star Trek stuff in the future. We have a whole playlist of Star Trek stuff. We played a tabletop role-playing game about Star Trek.
Which we're going to do again.
Yes, we
We're
will.
going to do it again.
We will do it again. We've played Star Trek trivia on this show.
Which we're going to do again.
Gonna do it again.
Who owned that episode?
You did.
I did.
All right.
One of the only times I've lost.
All right, Jason. 3 things nerds should be doing before they go do something trick.
Before they go to Strange New Worlds?
Haha.
Yeah. Eat, sleep, nerd.
Take it easy, people.
You got it. Yay.